Hey everyone! Today we're diving deep into the life of one of Hollywood's most legendary actors, and perhaps its most committed environmental activist, Leonardo DiCaprio. As of November 2025, at 51 years old, Leo isn't just continuing to dominate the box office. He's also leading the charge in fighting climate change. From Titanic to his latest groundbreaking films, and from Hollywood heartthrob to UN Messenger of Peace, this is the complete story of Leonardo DiCaprio. Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into Hollywood's biggest stars. Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio was born on November 11, 1974 in Los Angeles, California. Yes, that makes him 51 years old as of today. But Leo's story starts long before the cameras rolled. As a child, DiCaprio had dreams that went beyond Hollywood. Believe it or not, he wanted to become a marine biologist. This early love for nature in the ocean would later become one of the defining features of his adult life. His acting career began at just 5 years old with television commercials and educational films. By the early 1990s, he was appearing in television series, slowly building his craft. But it was his breakthrough role in What's Eating Gilbert Grape in 1993 that put Hollywood on notice. At just 19 years old, DiCaprio earned his first Academy Award nomination for his powerful portrayal of a mentally disabled teenager. Critics were stunned by his raw talent and emotional depth. What many don't know is that during his childhood, young Leonardo watched documentaries about rainforest destruction. These films left a lasting impact on him, planting seeds that would later grow into one of the most significant environmental activism campaigns led by any celebrity in history. Then came 1997 and everything changed. James Cameron's Titanic wasn't just a movie. It was a cultural phenomenon that made Leonardo DiCaprio a household name across the entire planet. The film became one of the highest-grossing movies of all time, earning over $2.2 billion worldwide. But here's where Leo made one of the smartest business decisions in Hollywood history. While his base salary was a modest $2.5 million, DiCaprio negotiated a 1.8% cut of the film's gross earnings. When Titanic became a massive box office success, that small percentage turned into a staggering $40 million payday. Compare that to his co-star Kate Winslet, who took home $2 million without a back-end deal. This wasn't just luck, it was a masterclass in understanding your worth and betting on yourself. The success of Titanic turned DiCaprio into a global superstar literally overnight. Teen magazines couldn't print his face fast enough, and Leo mania swept the world. But instead of getting typecast in romantic roles, DiCaprio made a conscious decision to work with visionary directors and take on challenging, diverse characters. This decision would define the next 3 decades of his career. One of the most important relationships in DiCaprio's career has been his collaboration with legendary director Martin Scorsese. Their partnership began with Gangs of New York in 2002 and has continued through multiple critically acclaimed films, including The Aviator in 2004, where Leo portrayed the eccentric aviation pioneer Howard Hughes, The Departed in 2006, which won the Best Picture Oscar, Shutter Island in 2010, and The Wolf of Wall Street in 2013. Speaking of The Wolf of Wall Street, this film showcases another example of DiCaprio's commitment to projects he believes in. He originally secured a $25 million deal that included both his acting salary and producer fee. However, when the budget ballooned, he deferred part of his earnings and walked away with around $10 million. Meanwhile, his co-star Jonah Hill reportedly took just $60,000, the Screen Actors Guild minimum, just for the opportunity to work with DiCaprio and Scorsese. That's the kind of influence and respect Leo commands in Hollywood. Their most recent collaboration before 2025 was Killers of the Flower Moon in 2023, a powerful historical drama about the Oklahoma murders in the Osage Nation during the 1920s. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival and once again demonstrated why the DiCaprio-Scorsese partnership is one of cinema's greatest collaborations. And they're not done yet. As of 2025, DiCaprio and Scorsese are working on multiple upcoming projects that we'll discuss in detail later. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the bear. For years, Leonardo DiCaprio became somewhat infamous for not winning an Oscar, despite delivering incredible performance after incredible performance. He was nominated for What's Eating Gilbert Grape in 1994, The Aviator in 2005, Blood Diamond in 2007, The Wolf of Wall Street in 2014. Each time, fans and critics alike wondered, Will this be Leo's year? The internet was flooded with memes about DiCaprio's Oscar struggles. But everything changed in 2016. The Revenant was a brutal, physically demanding film where DiCaprio played frontiersman Hugh Glass, surviving in the harshest wilderness conditions. He famously slept in animal carcasses, ate raw bison liver, and endured freezing temperatures for the role. When he finally won the Best Actor Oscar for this performance, the moment was electric. But what made his acceptance speech truly memorable wasn't just the celebration. It was his passionate plea about climate change. Standing on the biggest stage in Hollywood, DiCaprio used his moment to declare that climate change is real. It is happening right now. It is the most urgent threat facing our entire species. He urged the world not to take the planet for granted. This wasn't just an acceptance speech. It was a call to action that reached millions of viewers worldwide. Fast forward to 2025, and Leonardo DiCaprio shows absolutely no signs of slowing down. In fact, his career slate is more exciting than ever. His most recent major release is One Battle After Another, which premiered in September 2025. This action thriller is directed by the visionary Paul Thomas Anderson and marks their first collaboration together, something DiCaprio has wanted for over 20 years. In an interview with Esquire, Leo revealed that his biggest career regret was turning down Boogie Nights, and he's been eager to work with Anderson ever since. One Battle After Another is loosely inspired by Thomas Pynchon's novel Vineland and stars DiCaprio as Ghetto Pat Calhoun, an ex-revolutionary and explosive device expert from a group called the French 75, who's forced back into his former combative lifestyle when he and his daughter become pursued by a corrupt military officer played by Sean Penn. The film was shot using the classic VistaVision format, making it one of the first films to use this format for principal photography since the 1960s. With a budget between $130 to $175 million, it's Anderson's most expensive film ever. DiCaprio received his standard $20 million fee for the role, and at CinemaCon in April 2025, he said, "I wanted to work with Paul for 20 years now. He tapped into something politically and culturally that is right beneath our psyche." The film was released on September 26, 2025, and is being touted as a potential awards season contender. But that's just the beginning. DiCaprio has an absolutely packed schedule ahead. First up is Heat 2. Yes, a sequel to Michael Mann's iconic 1995 crime thriller. As of October 2025, DiCaprio is in early talks to play Chris Shiherlis, the role originally played by Val Kilmer. This project moved from Warner Bros. To United Artists Amazon MGM Studios and is generating massive buzz. Then there's another Scorsese collaboration, Roosevelt, a biographical drama where DiCaprio will portray President Theodore Roosevelt. This Paramount Pictures production will explore the life of one of America's most charismatic and influential leaders, and Leo is also producing the film. DiCaprio is also set to star in The Devil in the White City, with Martin Scorsese directing. Based on Eric Larson's best-selling book, this film tells the true story of Dirk Parry Holmes, a serial killer who murdered anywhere from 27 to 200 people in Chicago during the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition. As of January 2025, 20th Century Studios came on board, and while there's no script yet, the project has gained significant momentum. Another fascinating project in development is the Jim Jones biographical film for Amazon MGM Studios, where DiCaprio will portray the infamous cult leader responsible for the Jonestown mass suicide in 1978 that claimed over 900 lives. And if that wasn't enough, there's also a Hawaii-set crime drama in the works where he'll star alongside Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt. As of 2025, Leonardo DiCaprio's net worth stands at approximately $300 million, making him one of Hollywood's wealthiest actors. And he's earned every penny through smart negotiations, incredible performances, and his production company, Appian Way. Now let's talk about what might be Leonardo DiCaprio's most important role: environmental activist and climate change warrior. In 1998, at just 24 years old, fresh off the success of Titanic, DiCaprio did something remarkable. After meeting with then Vice President Al Gore at the White House to discuss global warming, he established the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. His mission? To protect the Earth's last wild places and implement solutions to build a more harmonious relationship between humanity and the natural world. Since then, the foundation, which later merged with Rewild, has provided over $100 million in grants to support more than 200 innovative conservation projects across 50 countries. These projects focus on protecting fragile ecosystems, endangered species, ocean and forest conservation, and combating climate change. DiCaprio doesn't just write checks. He actively uses his massive platform to raise awareness. In 2014, he was designated as a United Nations Messenger of Peace with a special focus on climate change. He sits on the boards of the World Wildlife Fund, Natural Resources Defense Council, International Fund for Animal Welfare, Pristine Seas, and Oceans 5. His environmental documentaries have been game changers. The 11th Hour in 2007, which he produced and narrated. Before the Flood in 2016, another powerful climate change documentary. He executive produced Cowspiracy in 2014, the groundbreaking film about animal agriculture's impact on the environment. In 2019, when the Amazon rainforest was burning, DiCaprio's Earth Alliance launched the Amazon Forest Fund. When Australia faced catastrophic wildfires that same year, he launched the Australia Wildfire Fund. During COVID-19 in 2020, he helped launch America's Food Fund alongside Laurene Powell. Jobs and Oprah Winfrey, raising nearly $45 million for hunger relief. Just weeks ago in November 2025, as world leaders prepared for the COP30 Global Climate Summit in Brazil, DiCaprio released a powerful video urging action. He stated, "Brazil is home to 60% of the Amazon, the lungs of the earth, and one of the planet's vital life support systems. Yet this irreplaceable ecosystem is in peril." He highlighted that in the past 4 decades, 95% of Amazon deforestation was driven by animal agriculture. DiCaprio has also invested heavily in sustainable businesses. He's backed plant-based food companies and is an investor in cell-based meat companies like Aleph Farms and Mosa Meat, which produce real meat from animal cells without slaughtering animals. In his powerful words, "In my lifetime alone, humans have lost over 400 million acres of forest and 70% of wildlife populations. Throughout history, when people destroy nature, civilizations collapse. Communities that live in balance with nature are the ones that endure." Since 2021, initiatives connected to his work have mobilized $1.7 billion for conservation efforts. That's real, measurable impact. However, it's worth noting that his foundation operates as a donor-advised fund, which means it's not required to file full public disclosures about how donations are spent. Some watchdog groups have pointed this out, and when asked about it, DiCaprio declined to comment. But based on the visible projects and partnerships, his impact on environmental causes appears substantial and genuine. Leonardo DiCaprio's personal life has always fascinated the public. As of 2025, he's been in a relationship with Italian model Vittoria Ceretti. The couple reportedly met at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival during the premiere of Killers of the Flower Moon. They were first romantically linked in August 2023 and have been spotted vacationing together on luxury yachts and attending high-profile events like Wimbledon 2025, where Leo turned heads in a sleek silver suit. There have been engagement rumors after Vittoria was spotted wearing a ring on her left hand, but according to sources, the couple is not planning to wed at this time. DiCaprio has maintained a relatively private personal life despite his massive fame. He's known for his close friendships with fellow actors like Tobey Maguire and has been spotted numerous times, supporting environmental causes and attending climate summits around the world. He owns an impressive real estate portfolio, including mansions in Malibu and various eco-friendly properties that align with his environmental values. He's even invested in an eco-resort on Blackador Cay, a Belizean island, designed to be completely sustainable. Despite being one of the world's most recognizable celebrities, DiCaprio has managed to maintain a level of mystery and dignity, focusing public attention on his work rather than manufactured drama. He rarely engages in social media controversies and instead uses his platforms primarily to spread environmental awareness. So there you have it, the complete picture of Leonardo DiCaprio in 2025. From a child who dreamed of marine biology to becoming one of Hollywood's greatest actors. From Titanic heartthrob to serious dramatic powerhouse. From Oscar nominee to Academy Award winner. And perhaps most importantly, from celebrity to one of the world's most influential environmental activists. With multiple exciting films on the horizon, continued partnerships with legendary directors like Martin Scorsese and Paul Thomas Anderson, an unwavering commitment to fighting climate change, Leonardo DiCaprio's legacy is still being written. At 51 years old, he's proving that true icons don't just entertain us, They inspire us to be better, to do better, and to protect the only planet we have. As Leo himself said in his Oscar speech, "Let us not take this planet for granted." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments. What's your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio film? And what do you think about his environmental activism? See you in the next video.